Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at the wildest cheating stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. My friend's mum was in a relationship with a guy for years and they ended up getting engaged and due to marry. The guy was the senior director of a company for which he traveled every week abroad for business. Eventually the guy had a heart attack and when my friend's mum turned up at the hospital, his wife and 2 kids were there also. Turned out he was already married with children and living a double life the whole time. When he went abroad for business, he was simply going back to his actual family. Wow, how do you have the time to do things like this? They probably have to tell like the same story twice. Oh babe, this is what I did today. Oh honey, this is what I did today. Like, what the hell? But how wild is that though? You're like worried for your partner that you rush to the hospital and you're going through all these kind of emotions and then his wife and kids are there. Worriness or sadness just becomes like anger and like confusion. That is sad. A friend caught her husband cheating because he kept coming home smelling like ferrets. Hard to play off long day at work and explain that. When she found out at a holiday party that one of the young female co-workers owned ferrets, it all made sense. What does a ferret even smell like? What the hell? That makes sense though, because it's like if you two own a dog and then they smell of another dog. Whose dog was that? My ex-wife pretended to be admitted to a mental health ward for long-term treatment while actually staying with a new man and cheating on me. Wow. Did it make sense though? Like, yes, oh, thank you. Thank you you're going to a mental health ward. Thank you. But oh, you didn't go? You were actually cheating? Why didn't you go? A family's friend's husband was having an affair for 20 plus years and that woman knew the entire time about his family. I don't get people like that. Like, where is your respect? Like, you're the side and you're okay with that? He was at her ranch one time and was bucked off a horse and broke his back. The affair partner called his wife to tell her and acted like everything about the situation was normal and the wife had no reason to act all upset at the affair. Some people really just have no shame. Guy lived and made a complete recovery, left his mistress and they stayed together since they were working on the relationship. He died a few years ago and the wife finds out he never actually left his mistress. He just lied. Of course. Of course. A cheater, always a cheater, hey. It doesn't matter if he stopped cheating because since he cheated, he's always going to be a cheater. He's known as the cheater. I know a guy whose wife was cheating with his cousin, also married. He finds out and decides to have everyone over for a supper. Halfway through supper, he looks his wife dead in the eyes and says, I know you two are effing. Right in front of a affair partner and his wife too. It blew up and everyone got divorced. Affair partners never got together either. Wow. Good for him, honestly. I was 32. She was cheating on me with her ex for like 6 months before I found out. The way I found out was she called me crying hysterically saying she killed him by accidentally running him over. I got all her belongings from the police and find all the evidence on her laptop with them screwed. An argument over me was what caused the running over. Police ruled it accidental and she brags about it in bars to this day. She also ended up having a kid with a guy that had the same name as me and spells it exactly the same too. Shit is psycho. What? What in the world just happened? She killed someone? What the hell? Damn, she's also a cheater and a murderer. Damn. My ex-wife missed our last dance at our wedding reception because she was effing her cousins in the bridesmaids' change room. Cousins? Cousins? How many cousins? How many people I effed in the mind? My dad cheated on my mum with a co-worker. She suspected him of an affair but didn't know for sure until he didn't come home one night. I remember walking in the kitchen the next morning and asking my mum where he was. I was only 10 to 11 years old by the way, and she goes, he didn't come home last night. So she called him at work and he said he slept at a friend's because he had too much to drink. My mum called the friend's wife. She confirmed my dad was not there at all, and that's all my mum needed to know. It destroyed our family. My mum packed his shit and left it by the door. She got addicted to prescription pills afterwards and tried to end herself. She only lived because I found her and called 911. After that, she just left, took off, dumped me and my sister with my dad, who was ill-equipped to raise 2 almost teenagers. So he met this super bitch who was recently widowed. They got engaged and before I knew it, I was living with her and I had 6 stepbrothers and sisters. Things only got worse from there. I enlisted to get away from it all. Whole thing after me and my sister pretty bad. Wow. One decision just changes so many people's lives. That's crazy. That's upsetting. A friend of a friend found out that her husband was cheating when she got to the hospital to see her husband, who had just moments before been brought in by an ambulance after a serious car accident, only to be denied entry to his room because his wife was already in the room with him. Another one. Wow, these people just be living double lives. How, man? In a small town, the husband kept telling people he had an open marriage. Finally, someone asked his wife about it. She was unaware of this new arrangement. What the hell? Why would you do that? Like, why would you tell everyone, yeah, I'm openly cheating? Well, it's an open marriage, but not really. Girl said she was approved for some class in another really far city after her grades in college were too good. The boyfriend paid all her travel expenses and gave her his credit card for this trip to this specific event. When she arrives on another city, she calls saying she won't come back and will live with this guy she met online and was chatting for months. Boyfriend went crazy to cancel the credit card he gave to her, found there was never any class, and she was almost expelled from college because her grades were terrible. She just traveled to meet the other guy and still made boyfriend pay all her expenses. This happened about 15 years ago. I lost contact with her, but I remember she married the other guy. Wow, what the hell? It always makes me so pissed when the cheaters get a happy ending, you know? You ruin someone else's life and you just traumatize someone and you're gonna be happy? No. High school sweetheart and I went off to college, different schools. While I was visiting, I was walking around the house to the front door. Window was open and I overhear her talking to another high school guy friend of mine that is in college with her about how she doesn't know how to tell me she cheated. He caught her with a friend of his and was forcing her to fess up before he did. So that broke us up, needless to say. She begged me to forgive her. About 3 months later, I relented and had her visit me at my college. We went out that night. Food, drinks, and finally a house party. Before we were about to leave, I went up to a friend's room to grab a bag of cannabis from him. 15 minutes later, I come down, go out to the porch, look to the left, and there she is making out with a random guy we haven't even met before. She literally met him 2 minutes after I went upstairs. She cried all night. I was crying laughing that she had so little self-control. I ended up having her sleep on the couch and she went home before I woke up. Haven't spoken since. This was about 20 years ago. How is she gonna cry? Like, I don't get it. What the hell? Like, she just sees this random guy and she starts making out with him. And then her boyfriend catches her. And then what? All of a sudden she's like, I didn't mean to. What happened? Shop owner told us about this story from some years back about this regular who disappeared for a few months. Comes back one day and the shop owner asks him, hey man, haven't seen you in a while. Kind of like, where have you been? The regular was like, oh, I've been getting divorced. I had to move. It was a whole thing. So naturally, the shop owner asks, why are you divorcing your wife? The regular caught his wife cheating. He had picked up a second part-time job as a pizza delivery man because he was trying to fund to take his wife on her dream vacation. All of the money he earned from that job was supposed to go into that vacation. He had been working his job for like 6 months. It was a whole secret. She didn't know he was doing that for her because he was trying to surprise her. He was the pizza delivery man at the hotel she was cheating at him with. The dude she was cheating on him with answered the door with her right next to him. He apparently didn't even go back to the pizza place. He quit on the spot, went home, packed his shit and left town. That freaking betrayal, man. I'll be heartbroken for life after this. Seriously. No way. No freaking way, man. You're doing everything you can to just give your wife like this nice present, this nice surprise, and then you catch them cheating while you're doing your job. Like, how upsetting is that? The fact that they're probably laughing at you while you're doing this for them, you know? Like, you literally caught them while you're working for her dream vacation. Oh my god, I'd be so mad. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. But it's just like, wow. I would just feel so freaking hurt and embarrassed because I did all this for someone who was actually cheating on me. Wow. How dare you? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.